So this is a follow-up on the video I made on the Johnstown flood, and the statistic is in front of you that a total of $3,742,818.78 was collected for the Johnstown relief effort. Now, probably that statistic is 1890, and I'm going to suggest some things here. So first of all, if it was disaster hoaxing, which I believe it was, you're looking at an enormous profit that comes in from the goodness of people to just give generously when there's a perceived disaster. Now this occurs today, even as I speak. You are told there are great disasters in some location, some type of fund is set up, and then people willingly, out of the goodness of their heart, give to it. My advice is only give to local and what you can see with your eyes. In other words, don't give beyond the local, and that way you'll be sure that all you're giving is pretty much substantiated and confirmed as genuine. So here we have $3,742,818.78 collected for relief of what? Of a place where bodies floated down the river and they all came to a railroad bridge, and the fire was set, and their bodies got cremated, and skulls were found all over the place. And then even later it says the inhabitants of the area went bonkers and started cutting fingers off of dead bodies for rings. And on it goes. Now, this money came in to basically shift the production of steel from Johnstown, Pennsylvania, up to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. At this point in time of the flood in 1889, Johnstown is one of the most industrial cities in the United States, with an ironworks, steel production, and other industries. Very shortly, Carnegie and Frick will get together and form United States Steel Corporation in 1901 in Pittsburgh. So a fake disaster could pretty much put an end to a certain area and then give them the revenue they need to rebuild elsewhere. And hence, Pittsburgh will become dominant in steel production. But at the point of time of the Johnstown flood, Johnstown, Pennsylvania is central for iron production, some steel, and industry. So there's going to be a major shift just a little farther north of Johnstown up into Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh will become the center. So that's what my thought is, that this amount of money is enormous, because at this point in time in 1889, the average individual could make in a total year $430 per day, maybe $3 per day. Hourly rate, maybe 1.5 cents per hour. Now, I'm not absolutely certain of all the statistics I just gave you about the average wage, but I wanted to give you some idea as to the massive amount of money that was collected. If the average individual is only making about $400 a year, what an incredible figure of money comes in to, quote, relieve Johnstown of this disaster. So disaster hoaxing is a major part of the hoax lie system. And it's going on right now, even as I speak. And even when you're watching this video, there's some disaster hoax somewhere, either right within your home state or within the United States itself, or if you're listening in another country, there's some hoax disaster in your country right now. And of course, there's some agency set up to collect funds. And once these funds are collected, they just fall into the hands of the controllers. Now, why is that? Because the controllers have a disease, and it's given to us in the Holy Word of God. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Wherever you see the money flowing in, that's where you know there's a lot of evil. Because the love of money is the root of all evil. So what does this mean for you? What does this mean for me? What it means is you need to be on your guard. You need to be very discerning when you hear about so-called disasters. Take your time, evaluate things, check on sources, and above all, see if the so-called stories are logical, and can they actually be confirmed, or do you just take the word of the mass media? I'd like to thank you for watching this video. End of video.